Yes, we are live now.
Great.
Perfect. So, welcome, Anamika, on our YouTube channel. So,
Thank you.
this is VAC Global Education, and here we try and solve students' query regarding their admission, visa, and any other doubt they might have regarding studying abroad. So, the audience, we have Anamika with us. Anamika Saxena, she represents University of Portsmouth, and it is located in UK. And this is one of the highly rated university in UK. So if you guys have any questions regarding university, then you can write it in the comment section so that we can ask your doubts to Anamika directly. And we are going to discuss a lot of things about UK and the university regarding the eligibility, USP of studying at this university, what are the facilities which have been provided by the university to the students, accommodation, scholarship, part-time jobs, what is the future after you graduate from the university. So any question you might have, you can just write it in the comment section so that we can clear all your doubts from the rep itself. So yes, Anamika, how is your day going? All good?
Pretty good. Just started few hours ago with few meetings, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for extending this warm welcome to be there at your channel and speak to some of your students and be part of your YouTube extended family. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
You're most welcome. We are glad you could make some time out of your busy schedule to help the students.
Great.
So let's start off with the like if you can just tell us something about the university, how this university is special and why students should come and study at this university.
Great. And that is my best part to explain about the university. And I will start with my background. As you can see from my virtual background, what I have. So this is Portsmouth, Sandy Beach. We are about Portsmouth is located in the southeast of England, about an hour away from Heathrow Airport and 90 minutes away from central London by a direct train from a lot of central stations in London to Portsmouth. So Portsmouth is a beautiful place. As you can see, imagine from my virtual background, I love Portsmouth. Absolutely fell in love when I visited Portsmouth for the first time in my life. It is a mid-sized city, so it is not as big as London. So,
Mhm.
but it has everything what a student would need during their studies, from shopping complexes to the companies to having part-time job opportunities, affordable housing. Rent in Portsmouth is 50% lower than in London as per the statistics. Portsmouth is a beautiful city. As the name suggests, it is a port city. So one of the largest ports in the UK for export and import of fruits. And Portsmouth also has its history of naval. So Portsmouth has also the base location of the Royal Naval Family. So lots of history about Portsmouth as a city. It's the city also of festival of music, a sports city. There is a football stadium in Portsmouth, and as a university, also we are very enthusiastic about sports. It is also the birthplace of Charles Dickens. So those who are enthusiastic about English literature and must have read during their school days about Charles Dickens. So this is the birthplace of Charles Dickens, the famous English writer. A lot of movies have also been shot in Portsmouth because of this beautiful beachside. There is
Mhm.
a very popular Hindi Bollywood movie which was aired on Netflix. Action Hero, the Ayushmann Khurrana movie, that was shot
Uh,
in Portsmouth. A couple of scenes of Bond movies were shot in Portsmouth. There is another fact about Portsmouth City, Sherlock Holmes. So Sir Arthur King, who created the detective series Sherlock Holmes, that
uh-huh.
was created in Portsmouth while he was serving as a doctor. So lots of fun and facts, and I'm happy to share more about it in the session going forward.
Perfect. So lot of popular things associated with Portsmouth. That's great
That's
to
right.
know. I did not know about all these facts, so
Yeah.
thank you for sharing. Perfect.
It's not all mentioned on the website, but yes, we have learned about it after spending some time with Portsmouth and visiting the city of Portsmouth several times. So it has got everything, gives a flavor of a big city as well, but yet
Uh-huh.
with affordable cost of living.
Okay, great. So affordable cost of living. So if we have to put it in the amount, so how much would it cost for somebody to live in this area?
So on an average, a student would be requiring 6 to 7 thousand. As I mentioned, the housing rent is very affordable in Portsmouth as compared to big cities in the UK. And
Mm-hmm.
there is a living index which is available for students whenever they're making a choice where they should study, which
Mm-hmm.
cities are more affordable. The living index is named as NatWest, NatWest Student Living Index, and Portsmouth ranked fourth most affordable city to live in the UK for students. So, as per the UKVI, they are required to show approximately £9,200 as part of the visa application.
Mm.
However, they would not be spending and they would expect a lower affordable living cost when they are in Portsmouth. Even our accommodation halls, they start from £100, goes up to £200 per week. It depends the kind of facilities they need to live in that accommodation hall, but we have plenty of accommodation halls available for international students, especially for undergraduate
That
students.
is within the university campus you're talking about? The
So our
accommodation?
university campus is very unique. It is
Mm.
not a closed campus, it's a city-centric campus. And it's the
Okay.
only university in the city of Portsmouth. So Portsmouth has a population of 300,000 people. And
Mm-hmm.
out of 300,000, 31,000 approximately are students. So it's a student-centric city. And during
Great.
COVID, if there were no students, the city was also very lonely without
Lonely.
students.
Yeah.
So we have enough spaces available for international students. We have over 4,500 accommodation halls for our
Mm-hmm.
international students. That's owned by the university itself. And there are other private accommodation halls in Portsmouth and around Portsmouth, which can also be availed through university assistance.
Great. So that really helps the student save a lot of money.
Yes.
Great, great. So, if I talk about the job, so how much the student can earn while they are studying? So, are the students allowed to work off campuses, and how is the scenario about regarding the part-time jobs?
Again, when it comes to part-time opportunities, I have seen that every international student is looking forward to work part-time, and we
Yeah.
realize that need,
Mm-hmm.
and we realize that that students need to cover their living cost as when they are studying.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our own cell, Careers and Employability Services, which
Mm-hmm.
is ranked fourth in the UK again in terms of placement services. Recently, we have gained that service rating. We were part of a competition where we bagged a fourth position for the placement services. So it's some of the jobs are available within our university as well, and we help our international students to take up those jobs. It could be student ambassador, course ambassador. Sometimes the jobs are available to work in the student union, some of the student societies, even in the global office as well. So we do provide those opportunities, but that the jobs are limited, those positions are limited, so it is also yet competitive. Apart
Mm-hmm.
from that, there are jobs available outside the university campus, where we also provide, we work with a lot of local employers. And
Mm-hmm.
Portsmouth is a city which is top 10 in the UK for entrepreneurs. So there are a lot of
Great.
local startups in Portsmouth where students can find themselves working on a part-time basis. On an average, in the UK, the wage rate is fixed. So if they're working for 1 hour, if they're of certain age, they can earn between £10 to £12 per hour.
So, like if I just roughly calculate on an average of 10 pounds, also the student can make like they're allowed to work 20 hours per week, so they
That's
can
right.
easily make 800 pounds per month on an
Yes,
average, and they'll be spending roughly around 6 to 700 on an
that's
average.
right. Yes,
Yeah,
right.
so they can
They
easily
will,
take care of their living expenses through the part-time jobs.
yeah. If somebody is very modest in their living style, They do not like to party a lot. They do not like to travel to and fro from Portsmouth to London because of the accessibility it provides. I'm sure they will earn more than that they are going to spend in Portsmouth.
Okay, great, great, great. Perfect. So this is because most of the parents and the student they think about the how much they're going to spend and how's it going to like how will the student be able to take care of their living expenses while working part-time. So this is a great opportunity since you have just told that this university ranked fourth in the affordability index. So that is a huge advantage for the students. Great.
That's
So I've got a question from one of the student, and he's asking the tuition fees for bachelor's program. So can we touch upon like we can start upon from the bachelor's first? So how many type of programs are available for the bachelor students? And like in Canada, they have the requirement that most of the courses they require maths for the UG courses. So is it the same with UK and the eligibility criteria, the IELTS requirement, all those things?
okay. All right. So
Yeah.
we have five faculties: Faculty
Uh-huh.
of Business, Faculty of Technology, Faculty of Science and Health, Faculty of Humanities and Social Science, and Faculty of Architecture and Creative Technology courses. And under these five faculties, we offer over 400 degree programs.
400.
400 degree programs in these five
That's huge. Yeah.
faculties. Yes, and our bachelor courses, I mean, we are the first university in the UK which has uniquely designed our placement year. So in other UK universities, the students do placement year between second and third year. In our university, we are the first university, we have named this term as connected degree. Instead
Hmm.
of doing the placement year between second and third year of their studies, they can do the placement year after the third year. The benefits of doing the fourth year as your placement, that you remain in touch with your employer, and there are more possibilities for you to continue their full-time employment with your current employer where you're doing your placement here.
Hmm.
Second advantage is that you do not lose the rhythm of your studies when you are completing your finishing your studies and then you're going for placement year. On the contrary, when the student is going for their placement year between second and third year, they would break the rhythm of the studies, and then coming back to study mode after working for one long year, it takes a bit of challenge to cope up with the studies again. So that is
Correct.
an advantage, and we offer these placement years in approximately 90% of our programs. Our programs are embedded with industrial components. The fees on an average for undergraduate programs annually would range between 15,000 to 17,000. But there are scholarships as well available for international students, so which I can cover now if you suggest, or I can talk later as
Yeah, we
well.
can talk about the scholarship for the bachelor's program as of yet, and then we'll touch upon the master's a little later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
the scholarships for postgraduate and undergraduate are same. Uh,
Hmm.
we offer a guaranteed automatic fee reduction of £2,500. And after that automatic fee reduction, which is eligible for all international students applying, especially from India,
Hmm.
they get that 2,500 fee reduction in the first year of their studies.
Hmm.
After which, the fees will come in the range of 14,000 to 16,700
Hmm.
annually. There is another scholarship called £5,000, which is a merit based scholarship, and the
Hmm.
students need to apply for this scholarship after they get an offer letter. So,
Hmm.
as the name suggests, it's a merit based scholarship, so the competition is also high, and we
Hmm.
will be awarding the applicants those who have got high grades in their latest qualifications.
So what would be the average percentage a student need to have in class 12 for this?
For undergraduate, we would look for 80 percentage and above.
Okay.
And for a postgraduate, we would look at 70 percentage and above. As I
Oh.
mentioned, this is merit based, so every year the cutoff list is going to vary. It
Hmm.
depends at the number of applications we have received. So on an average, I can give you the last year we received close to 500 applications for the merit
Hmm.
based scholarship. So it was very competitive, and we cannot award all 500 applicants, and all those were very meritorious students.
So how many did actually get the scholarship? Just
Uh,
if you can
So
give an anecdote on
it
this.
is only, I mean, we select this scholarship is available for all international students across the world, and we
Uh-huh.
recruit students from 150 nationalities. So it
Hmm.
is very competitive, that I know. Last
Hmm.
year from India, we had about 25 students who received this 2,500 pound of scholar 5,000 pound of scholarship.
Great. But still 25 is a huge number.
Yes.
Yeah, great. And this is open for all locations and the all board students, like the student from Punjab, Haryana, anywhere they can avail this scholarship. Is that so?
Yes, so they need to apply for this 5,000 pound scholarship. Yes, anyone can apply for this if they feel that they have very high grades in their grade 12.
Perfect. And is there any specification like for art, science, or commerce, or it is open for all?
No, it is open for all courses.
Perfect.
We have
Perfect.
another scholarship, but again, that is scholarship available for postgraduate programs, which is
Mm-hmm.
offered by School of Environmental and Geographical Sciences. There are
Mm-hmm.
6 programs offered by the school at postgraduate level, which offers 50% scholarship.
Yeah, I read about this on the university website. So I think
Yes.
this was the one I was asking about. So 50% scholarship and a student can apply for this as well,
Yes, they need to apply.
simultaneously. So they can
That's
apply for
right.
5,000 scholarship also and
And
50%.
those who have applied for that for 6 programs offered by
Uh,
the School of Geography, they can
hmm.
apply for this scholarship as well, but only one will be applicable if they
Uh,
are successful
and the 50% one is for the PG students.
for postgraduate. That's right.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And what about the campuses? So how many campuses does Portsmouth have?
So we have recently opened in London, and that's a
Okay,
newly launched campus, and we are all set to welcome the first cohort in May, and
okay.
we have the next upcoming intake will be in the month of September. So
Mm-hmm.
we will be having 5 courses available in September intake at postgraduate level,
Uh-huh.
and similar number of courses, 5 courses at bachelor's level.
Perfect. And
And
if you just remember on top of your mind, like which courses are these?
So at postgraduate level, we have masters in construction project management,
Uh-huh.
masters in information system, masters in engineering management, masters in
Uh,
international business management, and masters in digital marketing. So all 5 courses are very popular in demand, especially from South Asia region. And
mm-hmm.
at bachelor's level, we have bachelor's in business management, bachelor's
Mm-hmm.
in marketing, bachelor's in computer science, and bachelor's in economics, finance, and banking.
Perfect. Perfect. And I've got a question from one of the student. She's asking, do I need to have a compulsory work experience for applying in masters? Or and follow-up question is GMAT compulsory for the management program in the university?
So we have recently, I would like to share this news as well. Our business school has recently got AACSP accreditation. So that is one of the prestigious accreditation in the world, and
Uh-huh.
only approximately 1,000 universities across 60 countries have that accreditation. So that is one of the prestigious accreditation for the business school, which kind of validates the quality of the programs that we offer under business school. So we do not require any work experience for the management programs at postgraduate level. We do not require any GMAT test at postgraduate level. No test is required. The students can simply apply directly without any exam of these aptitude tests.
Great. So this is a great news for the student Shrutika. Yes, and then let's discuss about the deposit because this is another major step which a student needs to take care of once they have received the offer from the university. So how much is the deposit they need to pay in order to secure the seat?
We require, once the applicant has received a conditional offer letter, we require them to pay 1,000 pounds, which is recommended to be paid through Flywire. And
Mm-hmm.
1,000 pound of deposit is fully refundable if they wish to change their mind that they don't want to proceed ahead, or wish to probably defer to any other intake. So 1,000 pound is required at once they receive a conditional offer letter. to confirm their place. And since the competition is tough, and we at our university, we believe in having a small size student to staff ratio. Our
Mm-hmm.
university is very focused on having that balanced student to staff ratio. So we in undergraduate courses primarily, we would not probably have too many students per teacher. So approximately 20 to 25 students per teacher. So you can imagine that it is very competitive. And we
Mm-hmm.
would like students, once they have decided that University of Portsmouth is their final shortlisted university, I would encourage them to pay a deposit. Once they have met all the conditions, then they need to make remaining 50 percentage of the fees like any other university to receive a CAS letter through which they will
Mm-hmm.
apply for visa.
Great. So start with £1,000 to secure the seat, and then once they make up their mind that this is the university they want to go for, they just need to pay the 50% of the fees in order to get the cash letter, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Perfect. And is there any credibility interview for the student?
Yes, there is a credibility interview, and I would suggest the students not to worry a lot about credibility interview. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing but just an expansion of their statement of purpose. That
Mm-hmm.
was a written demonstration of why they are applying to University of Portsmouth and what is their profile like. And a credibility interview is nothing. It is a AI-based interview where there is no human, so we can remove the element of nervousness in that
Mm-hmm.
interview, and students can record that interview at any point in time whenever it is convenient for them, from
Mm-hmm.
their home, anytime in the night, midnight, whenever they are comfortable. And that's then reviewed by one of our expert admission officer.
Mm-hmm.
And the kind of questions they can expect in the credibility interview are very simple. Just they should know about why have they applied for University of Portsmouth, the program they have chosen, and the reasons they are looking to study in the UK, and how they are planning to finance their studies.
So basically, it's about the student profile only, that
That's right.
why they are doing what they are doing.
Yes.
As long as they are able to answer that, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. And I think that was the follow-up question from the same student. Is the credibility interview compulsory? The student also have a question. If the student has second class degree, is there any chance of getting admission in the university? And the percentage is 55%. So will that work for master students if they have got 55% in their bachelor's?
I would encourage the applicant to try. Our admission officers, they do look at the holistic profile evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
Academics are important, yes, but at the same time, we would like to know your interest, why you're applying for that program. Some courses require first class division, some
Mm-hmm.
courses we require 2:2,
Mm-hmm.
upper 2:2, so which is fine. So I would encourage the applicant to apply, and it depends which course they're applying for, how competitive that course is, and
Mm-hmm.
what are the other areas the student has shown strength and qualities that they are fit for that program.
Perfect. So I think that answer your question. If you will apply, then only you will be able to find out if your application is going to be successful or not. But generally, if you write a strong statement of purpose, you have work experience, most of the university consider those information and then make a decision, will they be able to give you the seat or not.
That's right.
uh, that we have seen in other countries also. Perfect. And the next question is, sir, in 2000, there is a student who passed out in 2021, and he's asking, will he be able to apply for the undergraduate program? So,
2021 passed out from grade 12.
grade 12, yeah.
So it's a 2 year, almost 2 years gap. So if, as long as they can,
It will be 3 years now,
three
like,
in,
yeah,
okay, yes,
yeah.
right, right. So as long as they can demonstrate that what they have been doing in the last 3 years upon
Uh,
completion of grade 12,
mm-hmm.
we are happy to consider such applications. No problem with that, as long as they can demonstrate.
Perfect. So they just need to fill up the gap, and as long as they are giving a credible justification that what they were engaged
Yes.
during this time, then it should be all good.
Right. And I would encourage applicants to be very honest. I do not encourage applicants to get the certificates, which is easily available in India.
Uh,
If you're honest in your applications, that it is quite possible that you were figuring out which courses you should be applying for. Even if you have tried for Canada or any other destination and you were not successful in obtaining a visa, please be very honest and transparent that you applied somewhere else and now you are thinking of applying to the UK. There is no harm in being honest and transparent, and we do acknowledge and recognize such applications with honesty.
yes, honesty is the best policy, and lot of student they get deported because of these notorious things what they do in their application, and then they tends to face the challenges. So it's better to be honest than presenting something which they are not.
Right.
Perfect. And another question is, one of my friend wants to go to architect course in masters. Is RIBA compulsory?
The master's in architecture. So
Yeah.
if the applicant has not studied architecture in their undergraduation,
Mm-hmm.
then they cannot apply for MArch
Mm-hmm.
architecture. We have another course, MA architecture.
Mm-hmm.
That course allows applicants to apply without any architecture background in their undergraduation. So if they have done a relevant study, say interior designing, civil
Mm-hmm.
engineering, geography, fine arts, then they can apply for MA architecture. But for MArch, because it is RIBA accredited program and it allows students to apply for RIBA Part 2 qualifications, we would need an architecture relevant background in their undergraduation. So I hope that uh, I
Answers your
was able
question.
to answer the question.
Perfect. I just have a personal question. Like, what is the core difference between this MSc and MA in the same program? Like, for example, UK have MSc and MA for the same program. So, what is the major difference between the two?
It's sometimes, I mean, in terms of the technical term, there is no clear difference. The course
Hmm.
title does not have that relevance that whether you obtain an MSc or MA. It's the course modules which are really important, what you are going to learn. The
Mm-hmm.
MA and MSc is the difference in the delivery of the program, whether they
Mm-hmm.
are more research oriented, whether there is a delivery on focus on research at the end of the program, then it would be MSc. If
Mm-hmm.
it is more practical approach, then it would not have a research component, and the modules are going to be designed in a manner that they will be doing assignments after completion of each module.
Okay, so the basic difference is on the research part. So if there is any research involved, then it will be MSc, and if there is no research, then it will be MA.
For
Uh,
instance, if you look at MSc biotechnology, so it
mm-hmm.
has a dissertation and a research proposal at the end of the program.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, if you look at MA digital marketing, it does not have a research proposal but has a dissertation.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a clear difference. So it is the course delivery and the course design, uh,
Mm-hmm.
how you're going to complete your program and what is the end outcome.
Perfect, perfect. This next question is the placement year fees same as the first year?
The placement year fees, it varies. It is not the actual tuition fee cost, it's some percentage of the annual fees. For instance, we have an MBA program with a placement year,
Mm-hmm.
and we have got four specializations in an MBA program, and it is for freshers. We do not
Mm-hmm.
require any experience, we do not require any GMAT, GRE exam for it.
Mm-hmm.
The four specializations that we have in MBA program, they are very unique and are included in the MBA program with the future and the current job market in mind. One
Mm-hmm.
of the very popular is MBA with AI and digital transformation,
Okay.
MBA in business sustainability,
Uh-huh.
MBA in healthcare and leadership,
Uh-huh.
MBA in international tourism management. So these four specializations you can imagine, I mean, how important and very popular these days these are.
Yeah.
So
Going
we have
forward,
this.
these are the courses which somebody should focus on, because that's where, because in my opinion, all the businesses, they are transforming into digital businesses,
That's
and
right.
these and
Look
all
what we
these
are doing today.
yeah.
It is a digital transformation of the chat and providing information through the technology. So yes, Word is evolving and adapting itself to digital technologies, and we are all using digital phones with the increased usage of smartphones. I think it has been become more convenient and accessible to
Mm-hmm.
experiment with the technologies. So we have this MBA program with placement year,
Mm-hmm.
where the fees for the course, MBA course is 18,100, and the
Mm-hmm.
placement year fees is 15% of the 18,000, so which is 2,500.
Okay, that's amazing. And does student get paid while they're doing the placement year?
It depends if they how they have performed in the interview. We guarantee placement year for the program, and
Mm-hmm.
we have a good network of employers in Portsmouth and across Portsmouth and across the UK, and
Mm-hmm.
we would guarantee placement year. But yes, they have to clear certain entry requirements. They have to be good student, I would say, completing all their modules in time, having a
Mm-hmm.
good attendance rate, healthy assignment weightage, what they have cleared after each module.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they clear those interviews, it depends what is the negotiation. But usually, we would be trying for paid placement once they complete the MBA program. So this is a newly launched course from September 24 intake.
Perfect. And does this university accept students who have got previous visa refusal from any other country?
Yes, we would not mind that as long as student can demonstrate, and we would request a visa refusal letter.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if the applicant has got a visa refusal letter due to some financial differences they were required to produce, so we would then, in that case, be able to request from the applicant, what are your current financial stance? How much funds do you have to support your studies in the UK? So we
Mm-hmm.
just would like the success rate of his visa application to be 100% once they apply again. So that is, in that case, we would request them to provide us all the immigration history. And
Mm-hmm.
we do not mind that if they have got
Previous
a
visa
visa
refusal.
refusal from any other country. In fact, we have got numerous visa approvals, those who had visa rejections from other countries, and they were very successful in getting visa from the UK.
Perfect, perfect. So that is a big relief for the students who has got previous visa refusals, because these days Australia is giving visa refusal left, right, and center. So it would be easy for them, the students, to choose better universities in a destination where they can get quality education, post-study work visa, and peace of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it is important, and we completely acknowledge sometimes it's the time of the visa application submission when they are submitting. My piece of advice to students is always ensure that you submit your visa application on time.
Hmm.
Try to avoid the peak time of the year. Uh, if you plan it better, do not wait for the deadlines to come, knock your door, and then you pay a deposit, get your visa letter. You
Hmm.
have to stop following your friends and your crowd, avoid the long queues and
Yeah.
plan it better. That's all my advice is. You would be able to get through every step very seamlessly.
Correct, correct, correct. That is a very valuable advice. And like we all Indians, we tends to do everything last minute, and then we expect everyone to fall in line with their plans. So this is a fundamental issue what we have, but we try and enlighten all our students that
Yeah,
please make decisions little faster.
yeah.
Perfect. Now, another question is ATES certification required for digital forensic and cybersecurity courses?
No, it is not required. It is only required for masters in mechanical engineering.
Uh-huh.
Uh, But for masters in cybersecurity and forensic information technology course, it is not required.
Perfect. Perfect. So these are very specific questions based on specific courses. So all these students are requested to that we have shared a link with them. You guys can click that link, get in touch with us, and we can solve these course-based questions one-on-one because that would require us to evaluate your whole profile. Also, there's another student who has asked on what basis we can get these scholarships. So we have already pretty much covered the scholarship part. Let's get on to the scholarship. We have done full-time jobs. So the as UK's allow you to work for 2 years within the country. So how is the full-time job scenario? Like, is the student allowed to work outside the Portsmouth area also once they have completed a degree? So how does it work?
Like I mentioned, that we work with a good network of employers across the UK, and not just UK. We have our network of employers outside UK as well. So
Mm.
we would assist the applicants in their career preparation to apply for such jobs. We host around 70 recruitment events in our university where we bring in employers to our campus to network with students and find those opportunities together. We also, not just at the central faculty level, but we also organize recruitment events, job recruitment fairs at the faculty level as well. And in each faculty, we have career advisors. So I believe that in our university, what really students like about the support and the services is the tutor support. So the tutor are the ones who are the go-to person for each applicant. Each student is assigned a tutor when they are studying at University of Portsmouth, and that
Mm.
tutor is the go-to person. They literally handhold the applicant for their academic, non-academic, career guidance. If they're facing any challenge with their assignments, they can at least take guidance. So all of that is available in our university, and that makes a good profile, I mean, good success story of an applicant. We do provide all the services, and in fact, our careers and employability services are available for students even after they graduate for up to 5 years, and that is at no cost. There is no cost involved. They can come back to the university even after, for instance, they have completed their 2 years of stay back period. They further want to take guidance of the university careers employability cell. They can come back and take those services free of cost.
Wow, this is truly remarkable. So these are the few USPs which students should consider when they're deciding upon the university, that how much handholding they are being given by the university and how the university can play a major role in shaping up their career. So this is really commendable. So kudos to Portsmouth on this. Next is can you please highlight what all points are important in SOP and SA and which help the student get the admission for sure?
One very key advice to share with applicants is usually students would start writing a statement of purpose sometime in the day, and they would like to finish that statement of purpose on the very same day.
Hmm.
That's not the right approach. It is a reflection of your last few years, what you have done, what do you envisage in the next 4 or 5 years after completion of your undergraduation or masters. What kind of job roles would you like to apply for? And since you have applied to University of Portsmouth, or you're planning to apply to any other university in the UK or across the world, and I'm sure that students have done months of research and preparation to start applying to that university. So it is
Hmm.
important that reflect all of this research in your statement of purpose, that how have you come to a conclusion. Talk about that journey, that what all did you take into consideration to apply to that university and finalize that university for the program you're looking for. Talk about the course, that why do you think this course is more fit for your career goals. What do you think that you would be doing after completion of your masters in the future, from short term to long term, and how does this course correlate with your future career goals. What do you think the university has got unique, and what appealed you to apply to this university? Um, I mean, it is not just about your grades, the internships, the projects. It is true reflection of the research that you have done about your university, the course, and why do you think you are fit for this program and the university?
Yeah, because until unless like this is so when just sharing my experience, like when I started doing YouTube videos, SOP was one thing which a lot of students used to ask me question about. So I thought about this, and then I coined this term that SOP is the mirror image of your profile. So whatever you need to communicate to the admission team or the visa team, you need to write each and everything and back it up with the documentation. That is
True.
where you get the credibility in front of that person reading the SOP, that this guy has done enough research, and that's why they have pointed out that why they want to do what they are doing. So
Right. And I think it is very important to do not aim to finalize your statement of purpose in 24 hours. Write
correct.
a draft, rough draft, reflect on it, make some changes, take guidance from experts like Chakit. They can help you to, I mean, at least formalize your statement of purpose and give you modification advice that what you need to change and what you can modify and highlight in your statement of purpose. So it is very important to give it some time. Do not
Hmm.
try to aim to finish it in 24 hours to 48 hours. It is a very important component of your application profile. And make sure that you spend at least 1 week.
Hmm.
Keep visiting that statement of purpose every day, what all you have missed and what all you can add in your statement of purpose.
Correct. Thank you so much for emphasizing on it. Another question. The student is asking, can parents also get a stay facility when we come to drop our child for the first time to the campus? Is it something which they can do?
They can definitely come and drop their wards in Portsmouth.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, the accommodation halls are not designed to have more than two people, or I think not more than even one person to stay in the room.
Huh.
But yes, parents can look for
Accommodation
accommodation
nearby?
outside student accommodation. There
Huh.
are plenty of hotels available in Portsmouth. So they can come and stay there with their kids for a few days, and then probably make sure that they are all settled. But do not worry, university staff is also there to take care of your kids. We do organize pre-departure sessions before students arrive in Portsmouth,
Mm-hmm.
and we make sure that they are ready with everything. And we also have a pickup service available from Heathrow Airport. So we ensure that the students are picked up, and they need to book their uh, pickup service once they have decided their flight dates. And there
Mm-hmm.
are international student ambassadors, the student advising team. They would come and pick up the students and take them through a coach to Portsmouth. So they are well
Taken
handled
care of.
and well taken care of. Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So any other key facility what students get apart from getting picked up from the airport, which are complimentary, because we as Indians we love complimentary stuff. So what all other facilities are given to the students
So the
from
pickup
the...
service is not complimentary, but it is available at a very, very affordable cost. It is
Okay,
very
it's not
discounted.
complimentary. I thought it is
It is
complimentary.
25 pounds per student, so which is not a lot. If
Ah,
you book a cab, it is going to cost at least close to 100 pounds from Heathrow Airport to the university.
okay.
So it is a
Thank you
coach
for clearing
service.
that one out. Otherwise, student would say,
Apart
"Ki-"
from the other services,
Yeah.
when the student has joined our university, there are plenty of other support services available. One is the language center, which I
Uh,
really love, and I feel envy of the students who would join University of Portsmouth every year. There is a foreign language center, so we teach 9 foreign languages free of cost.
wow.
Those who are willing to learn additional foreign language, Japanese, German, Portuguese, French, some of the languages. I don't remember all, but that's available free of cost. Then there is LinkedIn Learning, which is free of cost, available to the applicants.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of certifications. For instance, one of our course, MSc Information System and Computer Networks, that
Mm.
allows students to get a certification of Cisco Networking Academy. So we have Cisco Networking Academy in our university, and that
Okay.
is one of the hardest certification if somebody is looking forward to gain. But as part of the program, because we have embedded that in our course, so they would be getting that certification and will
Uh-huh.
qualify for Cisco Networking Academy certification. So that's very unique. We have other services as well. We have hardship funds where, for instance, during COVID, we had a lot of students who were not able to obtain money from their family to pay for their tuition fees. So we were able to help these students get those hardship funds and then pay later. We also
Mm-hmm.
have monthly installments. So once the student has paid a 50 percentage of fees before they arrive in Portsmouth, the
Mm-hmm.
remaining 50 percentage can be converted into monthly installments. So that is also available up to
Amazing.
6 months. Um, there are many other services. Our library is open 24/7 and one of the largest library in the UK. The university is very enthusiastic about sports. So we have a brand new Javelin Sports Center, and we have more than 43 sports clubs at the university. We are the official sponsor of the Portsmouth Football Club, and we are the only
Nice.
academic partner of the Premier League. Those who watch Premier League,
Uh-huh.
University of Portsmouth is the academic partner of the Premier League as well as Football Association, which is one of the largest professional football association in the world.
Great. So these are very, very exciting facilities which a student can avail while studying in Portsmouth. Nice. Great. Then we have IELTS waiver. Yeah, this is something which everyone look for. They don't want to sit for IELTS, PT, TOEFL. So what is the IELTS waiver criteria? If we can touch upon that.
So we can waive off IELTS requirement. We accept IELTS, PTE, Duolingo, and TOEFL.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we do not accept PTE both home base and center base from certain regions due to some of the risk compliance that we have had in the past. However, we are accepting some of the major English language tests.
Mm-hmm.
We do provide English language waivers basis two things. One, if the applicant has 75 percentage in their grade 12, any
Mm-hmm.
board, any year of their graduation, so they can take English language waiver if they are meeting the criteria of 75 percentage in their English subject score
Okay.
in their grade 12. Secondly, there are universities where we can waive off English language requirement. So anyone who has graduated from Delhi, Maharashtra, Kerala, Karnataka, and West Bengal, and some of the universities in Telangana and Tamil Nadu, if they have graduated and obtained their undergraduation degree in the last 5 years, we can waive off English language requirement in that case as well. They will have to produce a medium of instruction letter that
Okay.
the medium of instruction throughout their undergraduation was in English.
Perfect. Perfect. So, and this is applicable for any student, even from Punjab and Haryana and all the high-risk states also?
No, we do not have any English language waiver for the high risk states.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
So that clears the air here. And is there any sports quota for the admission in this? Like, if somebody is from the sports background, is there any quota for that?
We do
Or
not
we
have
don't
any
need?
quota for sports, but we have a sports scholarship, which
Okay.
ranges from 2,000 to 6,000. Those who
Mm-hmm.
have played at state level, district level, national level, any
Mm-hmm.
sports, I would encourage them to apply for that scholarship. It ranges from 2,000 to 6,000 annually.
Perfect. So, since there is no quota required for the admission, but you would really like to save some fee, so apply for this scholarship. Yeah. Perfect. Any last minute thing you want to add before we wind up? I think we are running out of time this last 10 minutes now. So, anything you want to let the student know, like these are the things which you should take care of, do's and don'ts. Let's do a small do's and don'ts.
Okay. Well, I know because I have been a victim of choosing a wrong subject in my undergraduation. So I'll tell you my story. When I completed my grade 12 long time ago,
Yeah.
I scored really high in economics. I studied commerce, and I went to my teacher. I did not have a career counselor in my school, so
Hmm.
I spoke to my class teacher that what should I do in my undergraduation, and she looked at my mark sheet and she said that you've scored really high in economics. Go for economics honors in your undergraduation, and I applied in University of Delhi. So I ended up studying economics honors in University of Delhi. But by the time I was studying in second year and third year, I realized that this course should it doesn't align with my career interest. Although I enjoyed studying economics in grade 12, but it did not align well with my career interest. I would have enjoyed more
Marketing.
of marketing, public speaking, or a communication based course
Yeah.
rather an economics program. So I think
Hmm.
it is very important. One of the common reason a student would not do well in any course is because they have not meaningfully and thoughtfully chosen that program. A lot
Hmm.
of time, I think I am seeing a lot of change in career uh, uh, special interest. I'm speaking to students from Bangalore. They're applying for computer games technology.
Hmm.
Back in 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we would imagine just games as a tool to just refresh our mind.
Parents
But now,
parents की डांट.
right,
ये
exactly.
ये
I mean, people would also feel that, parents would also feel that it is not a career. Why you keep yourself engaged in games? When are you going to study? But these days, I was reading an article
it's a
by
billion dollar industry now.
Yes, right. I was reading an article that maths as a subject is
हाँ,
not considered a very good subject. A lot of people are dropping mathematics in their 11 and 12. But
हाँ,
I think there is a good need, and
हाँ,
particularly they need to come up with some games-led education where they
हाँ,
can teach mathematics through some games. So I
correct.
think game industry itself is going to evolve a lot, and we have been playing games like many years ago. It has changed its shapes and form, but I
Yeah.
think game is there, and there is no career which I think in this today's world would not provide good opportunities. I think if you are good at your skills, and I'm sure the student is going to make their footprints in that industry. So I think few things which I would like to suggest to the students whenever they are making a choice of universities where they should apply for. Because I also understand it is not just handful of 100 universities in the world. There are thousands of universities they have to make and choose from. And especially when it comes to a destination like UK, there are hundreds of universities. In
Hmm.
the US, there are thousands of universities. So it is it is a difficult choice.
Hmm.
I think it is very important to look at the course modules. I
Hmm.
think it is very important to look at the accreditations that course has. It is very important to look at the ranking and reputation of the university. It is very important to look at the affordability of the city. You don't want to burn your pockets.
Hmm.
Choosing a university is good. Uh, I would suggest pay for your tuition fees, but living cost is something that you can still manage. And it should also not add a lot of pressure in your mind that, okay, at the end of the month, you have to earn this much, then only you
Hmm.
can cover your living expenses. That is a very additional pressure. You are already going through a lot of challenges because of the mode of education the students are going to be in. Indian education system is still a lot very different, and it's a long way for us to adapt in India with the Western education system. So that is again going to be very challenging. So it should the students should keep in mind that they should look at cities where they don't need to worry about a high living cost, and they can focus on 1 year at least, because most of the students are going for postgraduate. They can focus on their studies. uh, Third is employability. Look at the kind of industry connections each university of universities would mention that on each course web page. Look at the placement services, how they are well rated by students. So in the UK, in terms of ranking and reputation, there are two national ranking systems. One is Guardian
Hmm.
ranking, and the second is Complete Guide ranking. So these two should be referred whenever they're looking at any university to apply to. There is another, like I mentioned in the beginning of this session, NatWest Student Living Index. Whenever you're applying to any university, look at the city you are going to study in and what is the average living cost in that city. The third is the TEF Gold Teaching Excellence Framework. That is again very important. Uh, Teaching Excellence Framework is given by the UK government, and it validates the quality of education of each university in the UK. University of Portsmouth is very privileged to have the gold ranking, and there are very few universities in the UK which have the teaching gold standard.
Hmm.
And University of Portsmouth has bagged gold standard twice in the last 10 years. So it's
Amazing.
very important to look at these factors and make an informed and a very meaningful decision whenever they're deciding a university.
Perfect. Thank you for enlightening us with all this information. Yes, this is very, very true that the student should focus on their area of interest and also what are the kind of jobs which will be available for the future. Because like since this chat GPT and Sora, all these kinds of things are happening, like it is like one of the student, he got his application declined because university said that this SOP has been written by ChatGPT. It can, and they did not even remove the semicolons bracket which ChatGPT gives. He simply copied it from ChatGPT, put it on the document, and send it to the university.
I
So
know, that's right. I technology, yes, it is very useful, but at the same time, we should not handicap our mind by the use of technology. Our brain is still powerful than these
the
technologies. It's
real
the brain child.
creativity comes from the mind itself. Like the mind has created ChatGPT, not ChatGPT is going to create the mind. So the natural creativity should always be our endeavor, that we should focus on the natural creativity. Great,
Absolutely.
great. So I think we are coming to the end of the session now. So if you any last minute thing you want to say, and I am really thankful that you took out time for the students and gave us so much wonderful information about the university and UK as a destination and how we should be making the decisions, SOP, eligibility. We have covered pretty much everything what a student should know and help them take the decision, like how they should be considering a university and a course and the eligibility criteria, all those things. So any last minute thing you want to add?
I think we have covered everything. Just I would like to leave a messages. I know there can be questions, follow-up questions after the session, but just in case if you still want to get in touch with me or you want to know more about studying in the UK, you want to know more about studying in the University of Portsmouth, feel free to get in touch with Chakit. I believe Chakit is I mean has been working in the industry for a long time and has helped numerous number of students in studying abroad, making their application successfully to the universities abroad. Do get in touch with them. They are an expert, and if you need further help in connecting with us, they can also further guide your application and they can also assist you in connecting with the universities. So feel free to take expert guidance. It is very important. It is your investment of life. You don't repeat your education in life, so make it an informed and a meaningful decision. So take expert help, it's very important, but yes, at the same time do also your research.
Perfect. Thank you, Anamika, for taking out the time and helping us out with such wonderful information. And yeah, I think thank you is little
No
less for two.
It was my pleasure
Yeah,
to be here. I love connecting with students. I can
yeah.
talk for hours because I know that it is a very difficult decision.
Yeah.
I've been through this phase, so I know it is not easy decision to make one university as your final university. But yes, um, I mean, I can vouch for it that if they are going to be in Portsmouth, they will be taken care well. You are the family of University of Portsmouth when you are part of University of Portsmouth family.
Perfect. Thank you, Namika. So we will let you know if there is any follow-up questions from the student, and we'll see if we can get some more time of you sometime in the future where we
Sure.
can connect with you again. So
No
thank
problem.
you for, yeah,
I'd love to. Thank
yeah.
you so much for organizing it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.